Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. Just a heads up, I do apologize for last episode. I probably will leave it in the notes for it too. I actually hadn't realized that I was being really quiet the whole time. Hadn't even noticed it. Yeah, I should have probably been a little bit more careful with that. It's the only bad thing with these headsets. It's the fact that I can't tell how loud I'm being until after I do it. But I know it's a little bit earlier today. I'm gonna try to record for, I don't know, maybe about an hour, give or take. I'm assuming there's gonna be a dungeon we're gonna run into at some point. I'm almost guaranteeing the fact that there's a dungeon we're running into. More importantly, what I'm actually thinking of is the fact that if we're very, very lucky, there's not as many people running around here today. It's early in the morning, and I was able to get into the server without having to wait for anything, so it gives me a slight bit of hope. Maybe there's nobody here. There's probably gonna be a lot of people here. Well, let's sit there and see. How big is the population around this area? Pretty big. Pretty big. Well, you know what? It's not on the level it was yesterday. It seems it still has some pride after all. Let's see if she is as good as her word. Yeah, this is actually more durable. I can actually see things. We'll make up for what she suffered at the hands of men, but if there's a chance we can free her, truly free her, we owe it to her to try. As my heart was in my throat when Ascians thought to berate her, but it appears to have had the desired effect. Good, there's nobody here. While Porxies have shown to be effective in curing the tempered, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far, far larger and immeasurably more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints, only find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. And before we go ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of her condition. Do you suppose we can find that information here? Why, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all the notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave that to you then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of those shackles. I know Alphinaud and Hydaelyn here well enough, but not you. You certain you're ready to see this through? Rest assured, Justinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, but that is not my only reason for wanting the Zhed Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all her sorrows, I too once found myself in a prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. Took the encouragement of braver souls than I to make that take me the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. Maybe you're not as young as you look. Mayhap. When our work here is done, we could trade tales of a pot of Tataru's famous tea. And be indebted to her for the leaves and hot water, I think not. You see, I am returning swiftly to the task at hand then. I believe the nodes govern Tiamat's strength located in the sector known as the flagship. Yes, we are familiar with it, the Ethereal Chemical Research Facility in particular. Oh, you may wish to take this. Spirit vessel contains a small amount of my blood. Oh god, we're doing this again. My eyes hurt. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose it can seem rather odd to explain. Rambroche, Eorzean, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels to inference not only of memories but the traits of certain bloodlines, and so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test our theories arise. As for its use to you, you may recall that during your previous visit, the nodes here granted access to restricted functions. I identified me as being of royal blood, and armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try at least. Agreed, we will take good care of it. To the flagship then. Positive strains may be mitigated the effects of her temper, but Tiamat has been enthralled to Bahamut for thousands of years, clung on to her reason through it all. Says a lot of her strength of will, more than a lot. Yeah. Alzay and I, Charmaine here, intend to necessary preparations. In the event the spirit vessel fails to work as expected, you know where to find me. Good luck. Alrighty. Oh. It's really funny they actually brought her back. That's actually kind of cool. I've already failed to mention that last episode, but that was actually pretty neat. They're actually reusing some of the old area. It's like this has been needed for a while. Now the only question is how much of Realm Reborn is going to get reused. Which some people probably don't like it. I can reason with that. Some people wouldn't like, oh, you're just reusing the stuff that you never used in the first place. It's like, yeah, good. Now they're finally using the damn crap. There's so much stuff available. Use it. Why does this man have a hawk? Rather leave these elegant traps to you and Alpha. Oh, let's split up and show us the flagship with node that controls Tiamat's restraints. But should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less stimulate yourself in the current state. Our objective of this state is simply identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we've learned what we can, we shall reconvene and compare nodes prior to proceeding. Why do I just have this inner feeling like we're just gonna have to like she's gonna get released and we're gonna have to fight her and then we'll have to do something. Still really want to know if my hypothesis about this game is going to be correct. It actually makes me quite curious. Will we have all our friends be tempered and then only be a couple of us fighting? This friction between metallic bones detected, temperature increased to critical levels, please replace damage partial, retreat to safe distance. Let's go back away from that and walk this way. All I hear is I'm about to go boom. Hey look, it's Cindy, and I thought you said you didn't want to interact with these things. These nodes or whatever you call them, why do they quiver so? I think the only person that hasn't given you that reaction is freaking Alizé. That's because you pissed her off. Well, as I said this before, and more on one occasion, but I never cease to be amazed by technology, amazed and disturbed. Oh yeah, that was the one thing I forgot to mention yesterday that I thought was hilarious. Oh god, it was just like how they used our own characters' reactions to most of that. That was pretty funny. I rewatched that episode because I thought it was hilarious. Just seeing my character look back and forth between them. And like with Delta Quadrant broken, possible cause, intruder interference. Advise deployment of automated combat units. Proceed. Oh, where the hell is number 3 at? Yeah, because I actually went back and double checked that, and I was like, wow, that is hilarious. I was like, too bad they. I just wish my character could actually talk. But the facial expressions and everything were perfect. How's this last one at? Let's see, we talk, check the top, we check the side where Alpha is. There has to be another. There has to be one where Alpha's side is. Has to be. How far does the edge does it go? So where's me at? Just a little bastard at. I thought there was a Stinian. The Stinian has that one. Is it over here? Oh, there he is. I thought it'd be on Alphina's side. This felt like it was too many on this side. The Blue Morning scheduled Dragon Restraint maintenance due in 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in unscheduled specimen Oh, that's not good. Let's run. Let us run very, very fast. Let's run very, very fast. That's not a good sign. That's bad. Final things. One of them sent a swarm mechanical vilekin to plague me. I must have angered it. Or you threatened it. I mean, this thing. Come on. We both know you were threatened. I'm afraid today I have little show for us. Did you find anything? It did. Node which smelled like burned hair. Yes, a tripping note which potentially warned me about the collecting dragon restraints. I found a way to activate mechanical sentries, if that's any help. Wait a minute, they actually are adding more than one option to answer with, oh, praise God. I want to do this one because this one sounds hilarious, but I'm going to go with the one that actually isn't collecting dragon restraints, because I'm assuming nothing will happen. Spontaneously, you say, well, that does sound promising, almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of spirit vessel. No saying is indeed the note of which Bra spoke. It was chirping, you say. Very well, let us take a closer look. You mean, wait a minute, we walked all the way over here to walk all the way. Square Enix, that was it. Okay, I agree, 100%. Good for the... Am I lagging? Whoa. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Why is everything laggy? How do I tell these godforsaken things apart? Then will acknowledge my authority, will not acknowledge my authority to issue instructions. What is causing this? It's an FPS problem. Can I see my FPS right now? That's really bad. Whoa, that's bad. Did you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanisms? You know how the requisite access privileges Operation Dragon Restraint mechanism may only be undertaken by the chief technologists and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel of royal blood, perhaps. I don't think I've ever seen an... That is either FPS or lag. New user detected, commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified as a member of the royal family. Please state your name. I think it's Zhed, Alphino Louvier, Stinia Morinblood. Should we just say Alphino? I don't really want to say could mess with the Stinian. Oh, casual, slightly funny, even funnier. Really making me think. I'm understanding it. Very funny. If that thing speaks my name, I shall see that it never speaks again. Use your own. In case you've forgotten. I knew that was coming. Use your name change. Welcome, in. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Wow, that is really bad FPS. Holy crap. What is causing this? Enable demonstrate, blah blah blah. Okay, I accidentally clicked. I'm just irritated by this FPS drop. System update, but I suppose it's asking for us. I could hazard a guess. Smash it to pieces. It's more than I could say. Confounded bloody thing. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, require access to central control system. However, I'm unable to establish a link to said system due to the substance of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a new system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. So, can this thing release restraints or not? It can, but only once it has received requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Till which time it'll float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating PlayStation protocols. I'm here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. I am actually probably gonna turn this off and turn it back on. This is very strange. I'll just close the game and close it back and come back into it. It should take me like 2 seconds. Yeah. 1 second, guys. I'm doing a jump cut for you. This FPS drop is just gonna drive me nuts. Alright guys, we're back. I actually just reset my entire computer. That was actually really weird. Sid and his colleagues are always making these elegant devices seem so easy. Don't know what just the elegance to surround themselves with these chattering lords, but the fact that they remain while their creators do not speak volumes. Built to last. What we got here? Smoked chicken, pineapple salad, broad bean curry. Why do they always just give food? Give something better out. Go ahead and use a terminal this way, please. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what that FPS problem was. It was either I don't know if it was my computer or not. It must have been my computer. I've never seen FPS problems in this game, so something must not have been agreeing. Someone was angry. Yeah, because I thought maybe, unless it was the servers, I don't know. They got fixed by the time I got back. I don't look. Hey, this task is for you and Alpha now. Access granted user Eorzean and her adolescent companion, Master Zed's other companion, is being potential risk. The safe operation has been denied access privilege until further notice. Damn. This terminal appears to be similar to the one we encountered when we first set foot here. Let us hope it is equally helpful. No problem. Let's see. Current to terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. There, I must ask which version you are employing. My software 42.002, of course. Warning, errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time required for update, 5 years, 1 day. Wait, what? That is rather longer than we were hoping. Are there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead. The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. Well, I can imagine it may have changed all that much. As long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies, I dare say we should be able to muddle our way through. I'm not trying to explain, just tell me if we've made any progress. I would say so, yes. It does. However, prior that I remain here to operate the terminal, I shall inform you via link wall once I am ready to release the shackles. It might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may yet have use for it. Rest assured, I will return to Gratia once this is over. Just a little more work, and Tiamat will be free. But before we go any further, there is something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Garlean Empire, both sides were dancing to the tune of the Ascians. It was the same as in Ishgard, where they stoked the fire of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All that the Ascians touched are ash, and thus it made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times when you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask you, what do you intend to do with Hydaelyn? Will you try and reach out to him too? Enemy or no, I want to understand him. I will try, yes, but if that fails, I'll remember him. Certainly, after I've wiped the smile off his face. I think that's most accurate. I will try. Just be another member. I see a little point in reasoning with the rancher. Remember him for that matter. Well, whether you agree or not, he still needs to be remembered. But perhaps that's the difference between you and me. You see the good in people, even if it is but the faintest glimmer. I hope you do not come to root your benevolence. You think it's unwise for you, and the world does. Far from it. That has ever been your way, and as I learned when we journeyed together with Isaac. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited. There may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship, only to which you would dump the killing below. So save your mercy for those who deserve it. It's not entirely wrong. Well, you should be getting back to our task. If Alpha has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. He's not entirely wrong in that philosophy. A lot of this game has been based off the fact that we do a lot of that. I cannot deny logic in the argument, given all that is at stake. Even the slightest lapse in judgment could be the undoing's fault as a whole. Warning, grand exchange may result in specimen loss, damage to facility, and incineration of staff. Well, there's no staff, except for us. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, but to be totally honest, when he sits there and says that he's not entirely wrong with Daniel. Daniel seems to be... He doesn't seem to have as much reasoning as the other three Ascians did. La Brea, fighting for his people. Emmett Selk, same thing. He had hopes in us, but it's really a question of how much he was willing to trust us, and in the end, he trusted us a lot more than he gave us credit for, or was even willing to admit. On the other hand, we also had what's her face? Litobus. He also didn't have much faith, but I think towards the end he started to see a lot more promise in us. And even though he passed away and went into the Crystal Tower in Starium, I think he'll be fine. Is this FPS just die again? No, it seems like it's still here. I was about to get pissed. Spirit of us were useful after all. Excellent. Is he here? Oh yeah, there's me. Daniel is truly without reason or creed. He is no better than a rabid dog. Treat him with him if you must, but be ready to do what is necessary. Oh, we always are. Sidian told me all was well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of a stone with him. I take it from Alphinaud's absence that he is needed elsewhere. Oh, did I talk to Alphinaud? Well, that sounds all rather frustrating, but you got there in the end. While you were tipped off taking notes, talking to nodes, Gra and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. Our readings confirmed that its ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as with the case of the kobolds. Therefore, all others being equal, treatment should work. Difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of ether for which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Meaning, I'll need all the ether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although this endeavor will ask much of us, we do not have one reason to be optimistic. Namely, the Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a guard. Might that have made a difference? Now they mention it, it very well might. She would not have believed it necessary to defer to his will, but enough talk. It's time to put our theories to proof. Tell Alphinaud to disengage the restraints, ethereal dampers. Wait. Counting on you out, Angelo. Such warmth. The frost that shroudeth my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these visions of days long forgotten, of war with the men of Al-Alag? Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? To meet the process of restoring our soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening ancient memories. Or might the opposite be true? So, by helping her to recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. I think she trusts you. Speak to her and ask her to tell you of times past. Tell me of Bahamut and the Ascians. Tell me of your war with the men of Alag. I don't know if we'd rather talk about Bahamut and the Ascians or tell the men of war with the men of Alag. You know what? We'll see what she knows about them. Alright, my beloved, with that peace we found in Mercedia, it could have lasted for eternity, but alas, it was not to be. The Ascians saw that in all creation I know of none more wicked. It was of their behest that the men of Alag first came into Mercedia unto our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as Mercedia by the children of men, though many years would have passed before they crossed the sea. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by the most peaceful people of the forest, kin to the trees. Surrounded by nature's bounty, Bahamut and I found a place to raise our young. Fascinating. This correlates with the rise of Garlean scholar Rusha. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the Second Astral Era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were with us to hear the relative to Tiamat herself. Again, Angelo. The first of the children man arrived on shards, no foot did they sent places over which we held dominion. Such was their fair dragon kind, and as they kept their distance, so we let them be. Yet, as more days went, ship by ship appeared upon the horizon, bearing even more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to convert the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought man, blood was answerable blood, and none could see an end to the strife until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Muhammad agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Alak slew my beloved, and I, in my rage and sorrow, heeded the inven words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. But your tale doesn't have to end there. In it, you are free, will rid the world of the Ascians together, and you and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentence, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. I feel like the FPS is dropping again. What the hell is causing this? Thanks to the vote of confidence, I swear, when this is over. Keep going, Owlsay. The magic is working. I'll have to see if that FPS droppage is back. No, it must have been the cutscene. Yeah. You know what? I'll take it over the cutscene over the actual game. Slowly but surely, magic is working, aided no doubt by the memories you bade her share. I feel like one thing I should do once I'm done with this, I'm probably going to see if I can upgrade the drive. Maybe that's causing it. Oh, well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patron could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close, I can feel it now. And while I've only got a few drops of ether left to give, with yours and Grod, this will work. Then I believe I speak for both when I say you can take as much as you require. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go. Yeah, I definitely want to upgrade the driver, because I don't know if maybe it's just because this game got updated, there's something it doesn't like. Although they did do a 5.5 patch and they did upgrade some stuff, so I wonder if it's just FPS issues on that front.
No! I'm almost there!
Stinny and her alpha now. Nope, us.
This is it, Angelo!
Yes, I feel the icon's grip was weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Answer me this, children of Mac. Can my kindred be saved in like manner? Yeah.
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts, their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more, but should you not, I shall grant you peace. Better to die than live as a tool of evil. You too shall wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
Thou hast my gratitude, little one.
Alphino's ready. It's time. Do it. And let's hope the treatment worked as it should.
That must be the most uncomfortable position to have sat there for thousands of years to endure. Just, oh my god, imagine you finally can move your limbs, mine would be dead, they'd be asleep. Yay. We got Big the Wagon. My beloved. For vengeance and atonement, I rise.
By the gods!
Eorzeans, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest amount of settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons. Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Did he just fly? Okay, about to say. I was about to sit there and say. He just jumps over to it, she flies at her. I was slightly worried. Alrighty. I'll be fine. Plenty of time to recover on the airship. Just that I seriously doubt. I'll show you that join us steady and intimidate their battle. 'Twould be wiser to gather the full strength of the Scions first. The foe we face demands no less. I'm not interested in any of this food. Smoked chicken. No, pull back, pull back. Can we still... God damn you people. All of this. Fine. Okay, so she doesn't have anything to add. Oh, Pog. Ooh, Pog. I have already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous at Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let's collect Alpha and we'll be on our way. Actually, that's good for me. That means I can end the episode there. Yeah, you know what? That actually is a good thing. End the episode. Update with little stuff I gotta update. Why are we looking at this? Okay, I was slightly worried. I was like, oh, we gonna have a special forthcoming? Yeah, that actually works, because I want to update the driver just... Oh, cool, they actually spawned me here. Yes, I don't have to run here. Alrighty. I actually do want to end the episode because I want to update this driver and see if maybe that'll fix this. I wonder if it's just something to do with it needing updated. I don't want to keep playing and have it. What the heck? Why is there a chicken boat at Easter? Or theoretically it was Easter. I'm not watching this crap. Did I already repair all my gear? I did. Alrighty. But unfortunately, everything has to come to an end eventually. As will this. I think we hit 30 minutes. I don't think there was that much of a time discrepancy between when I originally was doing this and, you know, and everything. Besides that, I will say this much before I leave in a fit of rage. Many of you will be wondering, why am I going to the Duty Finder? This is why. I hate you, Square Enix. This was the one I always played, and now it is no longer updated. Now I have to do Matoya's Relic to get 50 damn tombstones of Revelation. It does make me curious whether they updated another one of these to include more. And if they didn't, I'm slightly irritated, even more so than before. They didn't. Great. Yeah, that's a little side note thing. I actually played one of these last night and did not notice this because I wasn't paying attention to it. I just went click, click, didn't pay attention. Went back, said 30 when I finished it, and I went, are you kidding me? And now it's just like, those sons of bitches. But don't worry, everybody. As I said before, I actually do want to upgrade the driver. Something just doesn't feel right. I don't know if it's just the patch. I know I thought they said with this patch they were updating some stuff and HDing it up. There is some noticeable differences. What was I on whenever I noticed it? Like, there was one of these I was looking at. I think it was, I actually don't remember. Which one was I looking at? Maybe it was some of the party member stuff. Maybe this is what I was looking at. I don't remember. Something did change. So they did update some stuff, but I think the update might have glitched or damaged the FPS a little bit. So maybe a driver update will be what fixes this. So with that, all I'd say is this. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, more Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll talk to our friends, Scions, back at the Hall of Flames. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.